Hi all, and today I'm going to be changing the auxiliary belt on this Peugeot 406. It's a 3 litre V6, 1998 model. And what I'm going to do is just replace that auxiliary cable because, well, I'll show you the condition once we've got it out, but it's starting to fray and crack and so on, so I definitely need to replace it. And here's the new one here. Front wheel drives tend to be a bit more finicky and painful to do services on, but effectively what I'll need to do is I'll need to remove the ECU box and get that out of the way, so I've got a little bit more room to get my hands in there to lever out the old auxiliary belt and replace it. So we're going to start doing that, and I'm going to try to do it as best as I can with one hand, but obviously in some cases I won't be able to do that. There's little tricks to taking these things out, but we'll get there. I'll need to disconnect these things and basically lift them out of the way so that we can get to the base box here, because we need to remove that as well. Pop that out. Here we go. So pulling that out again, the red bit, that should loosen that. So I just got to remember where they go. Obviously it's not too difficult, but actually this one we probably didn't even need to remove, but anyway, we'll see. Actually what I'm going to do is put those back in there for a moment. Nice and gentle with these. Okay. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to try to put this into my side somewhere. Now there's another little clip down here. Right, with those all removed, we've got a bolt here, and we've got one there, and there might be another one hiding, perhaps. I can't see it. So anyway, it's a matter of taking those out. So just using a 10mm. Let's go and do this one here. Right, so that's kind of now secure out of the way. This one here I plugged back in because I don't actually need to disconnect it. And to get to that bolt here, which was the one that I was talking about earlier, I brought out the big guns. So that'll give me the reach in here. Okay. Now we've got to find out what's loose, that's loose. Feels like there's something else. Oh, here we go. This thing here. So I need to pop that out there. Okay, right. Pop that in. So you're basically pushing and I've dropped a spanner. You're pushing that out, and therefore you can disconnect it. There we go. There's another one down here somewhere. So you can see the whole purpose of removing the ECU box is, so I've got now access to this whole area to remove the belt. Looking closely at the tensioner, I have to slacken off the bottom one here, where my finger is, yeah, and then slacken off that one as well, and then use, I think it's a 21 or 22 on this bigger end here to leverage it out. So to basically take the pressure off the belt in order for me to get that done, to remove it. Okay. So we're using 13s. Okay, that's quite loose there. Now, if you look right in the back, you'll see that bolt there, and you'll see the slot. So effectively, this whole unit here should come up to fill in the spot here. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to just completely remove the tensioner. This one. Okay, I'm taking out this bolt here as well. Up, and there she comes apart. Nice. The adjuster. And here we go. That's what I wanted to do earlier on. Right, see how that now lifts up quite nicely? Right, now we've got to remember how the belt hangs together. So comes up, comes around, that pulley comes back up to that pulley there, and then down back, all the way up again. Okay. Out there. It's quite squeezing here. Right. I dropped it. There we go. Okay. So the condition. You can see that it's starting to crack the outside as well. Right, unbeknownst to me until I've discovered this now, the reason why I couldn't shift this was because this bolt over here is actually tapered. You can see how there's a thin flange there. So you need to make sure that when you unscrew this, that you unscrew it to the point where you can see this thin flange. Then it allows you to have that complete movement. So that was just me being a bit of a knob not knowing that. But at least you'll know it to unscrew that more than just a few threads. Okay? And then you don't have to worry about doing what I did, which is remove everything. However, having said that, it's probably a good idea anyway, so that you can visually inspect it. I mean, this looks in pretty good condition. There doesn't seem to be any wear really, and there is still movement inside the mechanism as well. So I just checked these and they're okay. So now pretty much it's the reverse. I'll need to put the new belt in there, and I'm probably going to have to do this with two hands because, yeah, so I finally got the belt in, and if I just move this here, you see that's the adjuster there, and I'll need to put obviously the adjuster mechanism back in, apply downward pressure, and then I don't have to touch the sucker for another 100,000 Ks. And effectively after that, then reverse order of putting the box back in and putting the computers back in and everything else, and trying to avoid breaking stuff like I do, and then that should be right. So I think this is the only video so far out in the net that's got something about the V6 models. So you don't have to take the guard out, the inner wheel arch guard out, you don't have to take the bottom splash guard out. as you've seen me do here, so it's pretty straightforward. So just a couple of tricks. Make sure you take this right out, because it is chamfered and doesn't allow for this bracket to move, which was my error there. And the base plastic box where the computers go, there's a bracket here underneath which you cannot see until after you've broken it. Alright, as always, thanks for watching.